Hello, 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 hello. Welcome once again. Hey, I just gotta get set up again here. Starting yet another stream dry, you know. I like it. Starting completely dry, no warm-up screen or nothing. Kind of feel like I'm a first-time streamer or something. The way I'm handling start my streams here. Doesn't feel professional at all. Oops. Case in point.
I am Eula! I'm nobody's bitch!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You are mine.
What we got here?
I don't need to know you. You
What we got here?
only need to know me. I will be the one.
Hey, Crunch. Lazy, Crunch. Welcome. Welcome you. Welcome both. Guys, happy Turducken Day. Happy giving a thanks. Hope you guys had a great feast earlier. But yeah. You ate a lot. That's the way. That's the way. Thank you for the lurk, Lazy. So Crunch, you like my title, huh? I'm still a little salty about that from last night's stream. Still a little salty. I both admire the game for its approach, and I also hold that against it, if you know what I mean. Here, let me just quickly post on Blue Sky and Twitter, and then we shall be on our way. You were cracking up. I'm glad. I mean, it was a performance in a sense, right? So I'm happy that you got something out of it. Second night of Lost Odyssey. What I should really do is just set up my starting screen reel for this game. I plan to stream it regularly from now on. Then, because basically while I have my starting soon screen on most of my streams, I'm doing all this Twitter stuff. All right. It's a lot more efficient and I guess user-friendly for the audience. Okay, I'm pretty much done. Just gonna post the link in the Discord. And away we go. Done and done. You're gonna hop back and forth between you and Skinny? Alright, totally understandable. Yeah, I hope, well, if Skinny's still streaming, that means he's gotten over his technical issues. It seems like PC, Xbox, Game Pass, not Game Pass, like the Play Anywhere junk is acting up again. Yeah, I was lurking for the better part of the last hour while he was working through that stuff. I mean, it's just terrible. It's an old game, and yes, it's essentially the game is being streamed to him, and then he's streaming that out to us. So I think that's pretty wild. But I mean, what year is it? It's 2026. It's just about 2026 now. So, and we were playing a game from 2009. No capture card. Okay, so you do have a new PC on order? Is that what you're saying, Crunch? Sorry, something... My big toe felt something. I was like, what the heck is that? I have no idea. Yeah, it sounds like, yeah, you got a new PC on the way. That's exciting. But up until now, I guess, what console, what's been your main console, Crunch? Has it been the PS5? Alright. So, I did play, like, 10 minutes this morning. I was having a struggle with my dog this morning. We were not seeing eye to eye. I wanted to take him out for a walk, and because it was raining, he knew it was raining. And he hates going out for walks on rainy days. Don't we all? Don't we all, right? But he intentionally, well, he's playing hard to get. And we already went through this song and dance a couple times early last week, and I got pretty pissed at him. And it was kind of stressful, and I wasn't gonna go through that again. So I was like, okay, fine, you do your thing. Daddy's gonna go downstairs. He's gonna do the dishes. Daddy's gonna, get himself groomed. And like for you, your papa already sent out his morning reports for work. But yeah, we gotta get a move on this morning walk here. If you're gonna have breakfast on time, and Daddy's got a work meeting at 10 in the morning, so it's chop, right? And then he just kind of continued to play hard to get, and I spent like 10 minutes. I just boot up the console in the living room. I play a little bit of Lost Odyssey. I just wanted to get myself turned around so I wasn't just stuck. I just wanted to find out where to go next, and I did find out where to go next, which is fantastic. So I walked myself back to the inn, and I basically wandered into an area where I could trigger a story moment, and that would open up the path, I think, to the next zone. So I'm glad you're also checking out Skinny stream, Crunch. I really, I find it kind of comforting that Skinny and here's the cutscene. Kaim is basically being followed by somebody, but he's totally on to him. He's not the smoothest criminal.
イアンセンテム。ガンガロの旦那の使いっ走りだと思ってくれ。
You have an actual name? Yeah, so it's kind of weird because I was just at the manor, Lord Gongora's manor, and they said piss off, you're not allowed here. And so I essentially just have to wander back down the street, around the corner to trigger this cutscene, and now I can go back, I guess. Sorry, I also just realized that my head's been partially blocking the subtitles, so I'm gonna move my camera. Yeah. I think everyone was too nice last night to let me know about that. But yeah, in the future, guys, if I'm ever, if something is ever weird with the stream, with the visuals or what have you, just do let me know. I'm here to try and make the viewing experience as pleasurable as possible. Oh jeez, what happened? Okay. Alrighty, let's yeah, going back to Lord Gongora's manor. Oh, easygoing malice. Have you heard about this? A connection of mine in the council told me the councilman Gongora has been confined to his private estate. That's right, he's been grounded. Could it be true? So the soldiers in front of his house aren't protecting him, but rather keeping him in there? Muttering Galen. Yeah, a lot of hearsay. A lot of rumors flying around the streets now. Word gets around fast. Residential area. I know exactly where to go now. I know these streets like the back of my hand now. And we are back. Just to be safe, and because we have a save point here anyway, may as well use it. Yeah, so thank you, Crunch. Thank you, Lazy, for being here. Appreciate you guys. Alright, they ought to let me in now. I've been summoned, so. Lord Tolton is currently visiting. Please wait a little longer. Oh, come on. Oh, they let me inside anyway, so. I thought they would literally make me come back after a certain amount of game time had passed.
南京とはあまりに横暴だ。ロキシアン議長には私から断固抗議する。気を落とすな、ガンガラ。
ありがとうございます、トルタン殿下。随分と頼もしくなられた。亡き戦王ジーハ様もお喜びでしょう。
いや、父のようにはなかなかなれんよ。共和制になった今、私は一介の市民に過ぎ、殿下という身分ではない。
Who is this Tolton fella?
偉大なる王家の血を崇敬する私には、トルタン様はやはり殿下とお呼びするのが一番ふさわしく思います。
めったなことを言うな。王政復興を願う反体制派と思われるぞ。
本当に私を案じて訪問していただいただけでも嬉しいのです。いつも気にかけていただいて。
お前には魔導力をはじめ多くのことを教わってきた。気にかけるのは当たり前ではないか。 むしろ許せないのはロキシアンだ。このままグランドスタッフ建造を中止に追い込むつもりではないのか。私は悔しいのだガンガラ。皆魔導力の恩恵をこれだけ被っていながらグランドスタッフの意味を分かろうとしていない。グランドスタッフによって魔導力が増幅されれば今以上に豊かな生活が保障されるというのに、そうとももう兵士だっていらなくなる。お前がどんなにウーラの未来を見据え発展させんとしてグランドスタッフを検討しているか、皆視野が狭すぎる。見苦しいところを見せたな。
Such an outburst.
とんでもございません。殿下がご理解くださっているのであれば私には十分です。仮にグランドスタッフの建造が中止になったとしても、また新たなもっと素晴らしい魔導機関を開発するため研鑽を重ねるだけです。
何かあれば言ってくれガンガラ。力になる。
もったいないお言葉です、殿下。
Well, it seems like Gongora is manipulating this young. I don't know if he's a prince or what is he, but he's maybe a little bit impressionable. Gotta have the slow motion walk by. Vroom vroom. Feel free to move about as I please. Second floor, eh? There are a lot of lifts in this game. Hey. Get in. Magic research lab, eh? Ooh. Excuse me. Yeah, the fixed camera stuff in this game is a little annoying sometimes.
あの女、ウーラに紛れ込んでいたとはな。
Which woman? Who are you talking about? Yeah, the cuts they do for cinematics is can be kind of jarring how they do it. Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Ah, よく来た。お前を呼んだのは他でもないが。お待ちよ。なんだ。
あれ、見つかっちゃったかな。来たよこっち。おいおいおい、待てったら。あんたほんと短気だね。
なぜここにいる？
言っただろ、使い走りだって。あんたがちゃんとここに来るかどうか確かめに来たんだよ。
よせ皆無。ヤンセンは味方だ。
さっきはどうも。
この男は役に立つ。小回りも利くし顔も広い。グランドスタッフの調査に連れて行くといい。
いらん。
ほらね、言うと思ったんですよ、旦那。
調査に加わることになるもう一人の不死の者、どうも危険だ。
なぜ？
あれは元海賊だ。どういう経緯か今は我が国の正規兵だが、過去が過去だけに何をしでかすかわからん。女を牽制するためにもヤンセンは同行させるべきだ。何よりこの男、女の扱いには長けておってな。
いい女だって聞いたけど、あんた顔見てんだろ。はいはいはいはいはい、分かったよ。黙ってりゃいいんだろ。
海賊。まあいい。わかった。
そんじゃまあよろしくってことで。
だが海部よ、信頼できる部下はお前だけだ。頼むぞ。私はしばらくここから出られない。グランドスタッフは私の夢の結晶。問題があるならばお前の不死の力を持って明らかにしてほしいのだ。わかるな？調査隊の派遣については追って沙汰がある。行け。
どっちよろしく。疲れるやつですね、あいつ。
ご苦労だった。
あのね、旦那、あいつ絶対ヤバいですって。なんたって目が死んでる。ありゃ嫌だな。あんなのの見張りにこのギャラじゃ見合わないってもんですよ。いや、もうちょっと私色つけて割らないと。言ってること分かりますよね。
お前とはすでに魔導の契約を結んでいるではないか。あまり欲をかくと。
わかったちょっと落ち着いてくださいって。
これでも不服かね？
冗談じゃねえや。命までは売ってませんで。ったくなんだよ。どいつもこいつも疲れるやつばっかり。
His lips are quivering. It's weird that I'm doing a mission for that guy. I kind of get the feeling Gongora is a villain, or a villain in the making. Yet I'm already so chummy with him. Yeah, I got it all wrong. Maybe I've got it all wrong. Alright, well, where do I find, what's her name? Balmore? She's the other immortal. Oh, excuse me. This game does not tell you where the hell to go next. What's that? Dead end? What is this supposed to be? Not a door. Compose Sorcerer Gorith, Lieutenant Orgonar. Do you have everything you need for your journey? You should prepare yourself well so that you may better fulfill the expectations of Lord Gongora. Having you coming in and out of here could damage Lord Gongora's reputation. The council won't look kindly on it. You won't be allowed to re-enter the mansion once you leave. Are you sure you want to leave? I'm not sure. I mean, who's going to give me supplies? Are you going to sell me supplies? Okay, if I need anything for the job, take whatever I like from the mansion. Where's the storeroom? Do you know where the storeroom is? There's a storeroom beyond the laboratory. Lord Gongora has instructed me to tell you that you may take whatever you need from there. Hot damn. Is it through here, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Let's go back into the lab. Let's try going the other way then. Okay. A seed. Kick it again. Kick it again. Kick it again. Oh, there's a storeroom. Here we go. What'd I get? Flare bomb. Berserker necklace. Hawkeye. Check out these goodies. Ow. Ow. Okay, what I'm wearing now, Berserker necklace. Increased magical and physical attack power during critical HP status. I don't know what that is. Hawkeye reveals the types and elements of enemies. That's a Holy Knight charm. Oh yeah, I wore that before. Okay. Aqua Bring. And now I think I'm free to leave the mansion. No one's gonna bother me about leaving too early. Yes, I've pillaged your war room, but now let's quickly. Oh, never mind. I'll just leave. Ah. That's the problem. Yep. I'm ready to go on an adventure. Let's leave this stodgy old town. Oh, there she is.
いや探したよあっちこっちさ聞いたよグランドスタッフの調査お互い貧乏くじ引いたって感じだね無駄に生き残っちゃうといろいろ面倒で いけないよね。評議会で何聞かれた？
お前には関係ない。
そうかな。ねえ、どこかで会ったような気しない？警戒することないよ。記憶がないのはこっちも同じ。
お前もか。
なんにも思い出せない。分かってることは自分がどうやらセス・バルモアって名前らしいことだけ。昔は海賊だったっていう人もいるよ。二人とも不死身で記憶がないなんて変だよね。もしかしたら昔会っていたかもしれない。あんた見てるとそんな気がしちゃうんだよね。会っていたとしたら敵だったのか、それとも味方だったのか。ひょっとして愛し合っていたかも。あ、明日からの旅が楽しみだね、カイム・アラゴナ。
明日？
まだ評議会から連絡来てないんだ。グランドスタッフ調査隊の出発は明日早朝。あんたのとこにも連絡行くと思うけど、私は旅のお供にまずはご挨拶ってことで。
旅の友か。
遅刻厳禁だからね。
Took me the longest time to realize Kaim is wearing earrings. Not notice the earrings. Hey Grudge, welcome back. Oh no. I actually got treated to, a couple cutscenes where I could just watch, and the only thing I was reading are the English subtitles. What a treat. What a treat indeed. Good of you to come back in the chat. I wonder, oh, the ball reset. Let's boot this ball. Let's kick it to the kid. Oh. Kid. A lame kick. I'm gonna wait until the kid comes back around circle. Kick it. I'm just playing ball with myself. Oops. Just like a huge full wind up on kicking the ball and just take the kid's head off with it. I think I just have to go back to the inn and rest or something, and that will trigger the official start of my adventure. I'm just going to duck in here real quick. I forgot what building this is. Hey Rip! Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving once again. Hope you had a great feast with the people you care about, family, friends, what have you. Rip Van Horn. The one and only. The shopkeeper is away, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this store. I'm not allowed to steal. There's not like a Elder Scrolls game where you have like freedom to act like a complete degenerate. So yeah, it upsets me too. Oh, you completed your run on Lords? Nice. Man, you finished the game like 4 or 5 times now? It took you 2 tries for this run, eh? Yeah, I like the design of the apparel and the armor in this game. They're bland. I mean, it's quite Final Fantasy, isn't it? This blend of fantasy and science fiction or steampunk, you know? Welcome back. I received a message from the council earlier. You are to report to the Great Gate for your next mission. If you head to the station, you can either take the monorail or pick up a taxi to the Great Gate. Be careful out there. Let's save. You finished it 7 times? Damn. I'm still very early in my New Game Plus on Lord. It's my first one. I don't know if I'll ever get back to it. I've got like so many other things I've kind of jumped ahead of queue now that it's hard to justify. It's getting harder to justify replaying Lords of the Fallen. I am almost done through another playthrough of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black on. That's another New Game Plus run I'm doing, and I'm almost through that. And after I'm done with that, I would like to try it again on Mentor, which is the difficulty that's just one down from Master Ninja. That should be fun times. And I'm also playing through Ninja Gaiden 4 again. Also a New Game Plus. Lots of New Game Plus going on, eh? You like it when non-fiction history geography blends in with fiction and gaming. Crunch, I think you would, if you're into Japanese culture and history, I think you might enjoy the Neo games, because that's exactly what they do. They use as their basis like real historical figures from Japanese history, from historical figures from Japanese culture, and they blend in a lot of fantastical elements and stuff from their folklore and things like that. So I have to make a way to the Great Gate. I have to find the monorail or a taxi. Kayam is always rubbernecking. I don't know what he's looking at. Is he looking at this pretty lady? Yeah. That's not what I wanted to ask about, but it's fine. I think I'm headed in the right direction. This is not a great gate. Yeah, there's no indicator on the map that I'm supposed to exit through here, so this is blocked off. Like I didn't go into the right area. My bad. Let's go back now. Oh, you already have both of the Neo games. Crunch, if you're I guess you're not as much of a Souls player as Rip is. As Souls games go, Neo 1 and 2 are pretty intense. I've read a lot of discussions from, people online, Reddit and what have you. People who are seasoned Souls players, like people who play a lot of Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and then they switch over to Neo and they have a really tough time. Neo 1 is one of my all-time favorites. There are definitely difficulty spikes in that game, but it's an enjoyable challenge. And I always say if I can do it, anyone can. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just trotting out that cliche because it's easy to trot out. Truly, I am the most average gamer you can find. A lot of times even subpar. Drinking soldier Moton. Hold on, you're fresh from the battlefield too, aren't you? Guess we both owe someone upstairs big time, huh? I kind of feel like a heel thinking about all my dead buddies, but having another chance to see your family, well, that's a great feeling. I didn't think I'd actually make it out of this alive after all. I have no idea what I'm going to do when it's time to knock on my family's front door. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no, Crunch. Here we go. Oh boy, I better take a sip of water. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Yeah. Oh shit. A hero's return. Alone in a crowd of rugged men nursing his drink in the far corner of the old post town's only tavern, Kayam. A single man strides in through the tavern door. Massively built, he wears the garb of a warrior. His soiled uniform bespeaks a long journey. Fatigue marks his face, but his eyes wear a penetrating gleam, the look of a fighting man on active duty. The tavern's din hushes instantly. Every drunken eye in the place fastens on the soldier with awe and gratitude. The long war with the neighboring country has ended at last, and the men who fought on the front lines are returning to their homes. So it is with this military man. The soldier takes a seat at the table next to Kayam's and downs a slug of liquor with the forcefulness of a hard drinker, a man who drinks to kill his pain. 2 cups, 3, 4. Another customer approaches him, bottle in hand, wearing an ingratiating grin, a typical crafty town punk. Let me offer you a drink, wheedles the man, as a token of gratitude for your heroic efforts on behalf of the fatherland. The soldier unsmilingly allows the man to fill his cup. How was it at the front? I'm sure you performed many valiant deeds on the battlefield. The soldier empties his cup in silence. The punk refills the cup and adopts an ever more fawning smile. Now that we're friends, how about telling me some war tales? You've got such big, strong arms. How many enemy soldiers did you kill? Without a word, the soldier hurls the contents of his cup into the man's face. The punk flies into a rage and draws his knife. No sooner does it leave its sheath than Kayam's fist sends it flying through the air. But they're doing some like text-based action sequences now. Go. Faced with the powerful united front of Kayam and the soldier, the punk runs out muttering curses. The 2 big men watch him go, then share a faint smile. Kayam doesn't have to speak with the soldier to know that he lives in deep sadness. For his part, the soldier, having cheated death any number of times, is aware of the shadow that lurks in Kayam's expression. Let me just catch up on chat real quick here while the text loads in. Rip, I think you should pick up. I thought you had already played Silent Hill 2. Rip. Guess I was wrong. I was thinking of Lazy. The reading in this game is already such a meme. Yeah, I think so. Hey, Skinny, welcome in. Yeah, we are back and start you. Perfect timing, Skinny. I walked into the bar, and then the game flashed up a message. Kaim has unlocked a new memory, and I was like, oh snap, it's going down. It's going down. Downtown. Okay. The tavern's din returns. Kaim and the soldier pour each other drinks. I've got a wife and daughter. I haven't seen since I shipped out, says the soldier. It's been 3 long years. He lets himself smile shyly now for the first time as he takes a photograph of his wife and daughter from his pocket and shows it to Kaim. The wife, a woman of dewy freshness. The daughter is still very young. A dewy freshness? So she's hot, that's what you're saying. They're the reason I survived. The thought of going home to them alive was all that sustained me in battle. Is your home far from here? No, my village is just over the next pass. I'm sure they've heard the news that the war is over and can hardly wait to have me home. You could get there tonight if you wanted to badly enough. It was that close. But the soldier downs a mouthful of liquor and groans. I'm afraid. Afraid? Of what? I want to see my wife and daughter, but I'm afraid to have them see me. I don't know how many men I've killed these past 3 years. I had no choice. I had to do it to stay alive. If I was going to get back to my family, I had no choice but to kill one enemy soldier after another. And each and every one of those men had families they had left at home. It was the code of war, the soldier's destiny. To stay alive in battle, you had to go on killing men before they could kill you. Seems like a pretty basic concept. I had no time to think about such things at the front. I was too busy trying to survive. I see it now, though. Now that the war is over. 3 years of sin are carved into my face. This is the face of a killer. I don't want to show this face to my wife and daughter. The soldier pulls out a leather pouch from which he withdraws a small stone. He tells Kaim it is an unpolished gemstone, something he found shortly after he left for the battlefield. A gemstone? Kaim asked, unconvinced. The stone on the table is a dull black, without a hint of the gleam a gem should have. It sparkled when I first found it. I was sure my daughter would love it when I brought it home to her. Gradually, though, the stone lost its gleam and turned cloudy. Every time I killed an enemy soldier, something like the stain of his blood would rise to the surface of the stone. As you can see, it's almost solid black now after 3 years. The stone is stained by the sins I've committed. I call it my sin stone. You don't have to blame yourself so harshly, says Kaim. You had to do it to stay alive. I know that, says the soldier. I know that. But still, just like me, the men I killed had villages to go home to, and a family's waiting for them there. The soldier then says to Kaim, you too, I suppose. You must have a family. Kaim gives his head a little shake. Not me, he says. No family. A home village at least? I don't have any place to go home to. Eternal traveler, eh? Uh-huh, that's me. The soldier chuckles softly and gives Kaim a sour smile. It is hard to tell how fully he believes what Kaim has told him. He slips the sin stone into the leather pouch and says, you know what I think? If the stone turned darker every time I took a life, it ought to get some of its gleam back every time I save a life. Instead of answering, Kaim drains the last drops of liquor from his cup and rises from the table. The soldier remains in his chair, and Kaim, staring down at him, offers him these words of advice. If you have a place to go home to, you should go for it. Go to it. Just go, no matter how much guilt you may have weighing you down. I'm sure your wife and daughter will understand. You're no criminal. You're a hero. You fought your heart out to stay alive. I'm glad I met you, says the soldier. I needed to hear that. He holds his right hand out to Kaim, who grasps it in return. I hope your travels go well, says the soldier. And your travels will soon be over, says Kaim with a smile, starting for the door. Just then, the punk charges at Kayam from behind, wielding a pistol. "Watch out!" bellows the soldier and rushes after Kayam. As Kayam whirls around, the punk takes aim and shouts, "You can't treat me like that, you son of a bitch!" The soldier flies between the two men and takes a bullet in the gut. No! Not the father and husband. And so, as he so desperately wished to do, the soldier has saved someone's life. Ironically, it is for the life of Kayam, a man who can neither age nor die, that the soldier has traded his one and only life. The tragedy. Sprawled on the floor, nearly unconscious, the soldier thrusts the leather pouch into Kayam's hand. "Look at my sin stone, will you?" Maybe, he says, chuckling weakly. Some of its shine has come back. Blood spurts from his mouth, strangling the laugh. Kayam looks inside the bag and says, "It's sparkling now, it's clean." "It is?" gasps the soldier. "Good, my daughter will be so glad." He smiles with satisfaction and holds his hand out for the pouch. Gently, Kayam lays the pouch on the palm of his hand and folds the man's fingers over it. The soldier draws his last breath, and the pouch falls to the floor. The dead man's face wears a peaceful expression. The stone, however, the man's sin stone, which has rolled from the open pouch, is as black as ever. Oh, so did I bullshit him in his dying moments? And whoa. That was a short one. That was like a very bite-sized memory reading. I feel a little ripped off. I'm being honest here, guys. I was expecting to read for another 10 minutes, at least. How's chat doing here? Okay, Rip, if you already left, then goodbye anyway. If you're still here and you're on your way out, have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving once again. Take care, and have a great day at work, my friend. That was fire. Oh, thank you, Crunch. It's good. You gotta get comfortable for these readings, I guess. Hey, I'm a little I feel a little shortchanged because what happened to the punk that shot the soldier? Well, he's trying to shoot me, but the soldier saved my life, which, you know, ironic as it was. Yeah, do I get to curb stomp the punk, or what's the deal here? I definitely feel ripped off. Hey, Rip, have a good night. Yeah, that's definitely tragic. This server sashaying around is definitely distracting me. Maybe I can get her number or something. Ooh, or perhaps I can convince you to treat me to something. What is this, a hostess bar? But yeah, there's no further interactions possible. I never got to curb stomp the punk. That's a shame. The war's over, but this hard time continues. Bah! How about a drink to help you forget for a while? Well, you didn't even present me with like a menu or anything, so I can't order. This is all for show. Oh, I play with the piano. Look at this, look at the server. She's just doing laps around the bar. It's disgusting. Ooh, I got 100 gold. I know. Kayam. Yeah, Kayam was only trying to help the guy get back to his family. Although, truth be told, the guy's like sense of shame and guilt was really was extremely misplaced and naive. His family would have just been ecstatic to see him again and to know that they came back from the war in one piece. All that guilt about killing countless men on the battlefield. It's like, pshaw. Suck it up, Buttercup, is what I want to say. Well, he sucked it up alright. Okay, I'm gonna get going. So Main Street, I gotta get to the metro. Skinny, I hope your stream ended well. I know Dragon Age Origins has been giving you fits. Oh, here we go. The Xbox Play Anywhere nonsense. The irony, more irony tonight. Xbox Play Anywhere actually means Xbox Play Nowhere, play nothing. You just give us money and we just break your stream. This war has cut drastically into our clientele. Hopefully we'll have our old bustling city back before long. Or what kind of clientele? Pray tell. This dog is also following me all around town. There's basically a hoe on every street corner in this city. I approve. Don't get it twisted. Oh, it's a magic taxi. I decline for now because I want to see what happens if I go to the metro station. I mean, what's better, taking a taxi or taking the train? Train seems better, don't you think? Yeah, the monorail. But there's also a save point, so monorail wins. You able to stabilize enough? Nice, nice. I love San Antonio. What's up, San Antonio? Would you mind drafting up like a max tour guide for San Antonio and sending it to me? Just so you know, when I eventually do visit, I can hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? Monorail, monorail. Thank you for riding the monorail today. We will be departing for the Great Gate shortly. Oh, hell yeah. Wait. Before I go, you know, it wasn't until much later. I didn't go anywhere. Don't get too excited. I only discovered recently that there's things I can search around the environment. You gotta look for the gleam. And if I find, say, look, I found a ring. If I find like bins sitting on the side of the street or in the corners of the rooms, I can kick the bins and crack open items hiding inside, so that's really cool. This is also a monorail, is it not? Okay, this part's out of service. Makes sense. They don't want you just gallivanting around. They just want you to go to the Great Gate pronto. Okay. The old skinny special number 3. It's my most requested package, sir. Hey, excellent. I'll take 10. Good sir. Did you learn what the DPS stands for, Skinny? I couldn't be sure if you're actually yanking our chain or what, or if you're legitimately asking. Oh, that's right. I'm here, reporting for duty. Yeah, you thought DPS stood for double pussy snatcher or something? That's a valid guess. Yeah, double pussy snatcher is not, it's not really a thing in MMOs. But it should be. No one actually told you what the real meaning was? They just ran with your double
どう
pussy
して動か
snatcher?
ない出発の時間はとっくに過ぎてる
人を待っている。
あ誰を
調査隊にはもう一人いる。
私聞いてないけど
俺は聞いた。
Such a brooding fella. We have the comic relief in our party coming up.
何こいつがもう一人
そうだ。
なるほどよ。
酒臭
何をしていた？
見てわかれ。浮世の名残に男がやっておくべきことを全部やってきただけ。
バカらしい
This guy knows how to prepare for a mission.
Thank you, my lovely. 決したヤンセン、地での旅路に行ってまいります。
ああ、寂しくなるわ。きっと帰ってきてね。ボトルはずっと残しておくから。
分かってるよ。いやもうだね。こんなにだってもう寂しくなるのは大
His
変。
cheeks are all flushed too.
あと45分いいかな。一人15分あれば3人とちょっと分かれていける。
待ってらんないよこの酔っ払い
待てない。
というわけだからあんたたちもご苦労さん帰っていいわ
酔ってるわけじゃない。
こいつを連れてきてくれたことには感謝するから
ありがとう。お姉さんも今度遊びに来てね。私どっちも行けるから。
15分だぞ。
いいからはいバイバイ
ああ、寂しいけどさようなら。バイ。しばしの別れ。
そちらのステージもまたね。
こんなやつ荷物にしかなんないと思うけど
Belmore's a bit of a baddie herself, gotta say.
よろしく頼みます。
誰がよろしくされるか
ああ、気持ちいい。ああ。
So like the guy was gonna retch. View the skill link tutorial? Yes, please. Immortals and Mortals. Mortals like Jansen learn new skills by raising their level, but Immortals don't acquire new skills by leveling up. MMO language. DPS is damage per second, Skinny. So, like basically the opposite of a tank. So their DPS are the glass cannons, basically. And then I guess within the DPS category, you can like specialize them further. Like there's spike DPS, and like sustain DPS, right? I'm not a big MMO guy myself. I played enough to, I guess, kind of pick up on the basics. Like I used to play Guild Wars, the first Guild Wars. That was an amazing game. and it's still running, as far as I know. Guild Wars 2 is really popular as well. Yeah. I tend to go for DPS in games. I think DPS is a very popular choice in MMOs. People like doing big damage, right? But then they end up dying. They're like the first to die. Because it takes finesse to kind of keep alive while doing damage. The mortals can learn skills from mortals using skill link. Configure skill link from the skill menu. By selecting a mortal, all of the skills learned will be displayed. Select the skill you want to learn and a link will be established. To learn a skill, you must fill the SP gauge. SP can be gained in battle. An immortal using skill link with a mortal can only earn SP towards the link skill if they are both in the formation. After using the skill link, don't forget to set the battle formation. Skills can also be learned from accessories. Some accessories grant the user the effects of a skill simply by equipping them. Okay, that's cool. The skills learned from mortals will not be effective until you assign them in skill slots. Immortals can use the skills assigned in the skill slots. Don't forget to assign the skills you want to use in here. Okay, so the systems are beginning to unravel. It seems like a pretty complex game. So, skill link, Jansen. He's got 3 skills. We got steal. Steals an item from one enemy. Level 1 white magic, and it was used as level 1 white magic, level 1 black magic. Ditto. I don't know. Black magic? It's dangerous. So I have no... Okay. My link skill is here now. What is the factual analysis? Is that for my ring? Yeah, that's for my accessory. Okay, cool. What has Seth got? I can also link from Seth to Jansen. Let's do white magic with Jansen then. This is basically a preview of Mac doesn't send it to what Jansen was doing. I wish. No, I'm not like that at all, Skinny. I've always been, however thirsty and perverted I seem on stream and in chat, I've always been like, kind of like the more sort of like one true love, I'm looking for my one true love, hopeless romantic type. I don't know what kind of character Balmore is. Is she a fighter? Is she more of a rogue? I can't really tell, right? I'll give her the Berserker necklace for now. Sure. Just don't want to leave him out. Give him an available accessory to equip. Why not? Flare. So there's a heal. There's flare. What does flare do? Inflicts a moderate amount of fire element damage on one enemy. Cool. Slightly recovers HP of one party member. Oh, we also have cure poison. Cures one party member of poison status. Cool. Cool, this is exciting. I went from being solo to having two companions. We got a party going. We have got a party. See, look, you can kick over bins on the street. I missed the two over there too. Boot. Okay, Skinny, just making sure you didn't get the wrong idea. You don't have me wrong. Although that one time I went to Vegas for our friend's wedding. But there was that one time, long time ago. Fuck, that was a fun trip. Man, that was some good times. Vegas lived up to its reputation. Fucking hell, man. I cannot believe me. Like that first night, I just kept thinking to myself, they let you do this? They let you do that here? We can't do this where I live. Shopkeeper Barkus. Well, this is quite rare, running into travelers in a place like this. If you're going on a journey, then you've sure lucked out running into me. I've just got some new wares in stock, so take a look at what I have to offer. Beyond the Great Gate is a dangerous region infested with monsters. You'd best be prepared if you're traveling through there. From equipment to medicine, I've got everything you need. What are you buying? You spent your entire last day recovering. Oh man, I think it just like once you land in Vegas, once you get to the strip, just in Vegas in general, once you get there, like, I think something just switches in everyone's brains. A switch just flips. It's the wild switch. I have my biggest regret from my one trip to Vegas is that, you know, we went to a firing range, we went to a gun shop, and I did not spring for like the rifles or shotguns or anything. All we did was fire handguns, pistols, which was fun, which was crazy fun and like really a real eye opener. So that's the first time I'd ever fired a pistol. And it's insane. Like, you know, pistols, you know, when you're firing pistols at a certain range, especially against people who are wearing some form of protection, like, they're not necessarily lethal, but you feel there's so much power contained in such a small object in your hand. And like those shell casings are no joke. I just got smacked a couple times in the face, or like you just feel it like brush up against your arm, and then it's still hot, and you're like, wow, this is real. This is a real thing. This handgun. This can do some damage. This has always annoyed me about every RPG or similar type of adventure game, where the first time you go shopping, you're like, okay, yeah, before you go on your first mission or quest, do some shopping. You have a limited amount of funds, and you're given so many options, and like, what I know, I've not done anything in this game yet. All I've done was like read text for like half an hour, watch some cutscenes, and like kill some really easy enemies at the very start of the game. How am I supposed to know how many healing things to buy, or you know, how this or that? It's like a real shot in the dark, right? I haven't even gone a briefing about my mission, so I don't really know the opposition that I'm expected to face. So, you know, maybe I'll buy like some healing medicine. I'm sure Jansen's gonna get his ass whooped since he's like the spellcaster and he's the only mortal. So I got 1110 gold. Oh. I could probably spring for, I don't know, like 5, 6. If we have like, let's go 9. Let's do even 10. How's that? Oops. Oh shit, we have some like actual like. I already have 2 of these items. And the Thieves Bracelet doesn't interest me. Jansen can steal already, so he can be my thefting dude. What does Angel's Plume do? Tail feather that revives a KO'd ally and restores HP. Ooh. I'll buy one of those. Flare bomb. I already picked up quite a few mana herbs in town. I'll pick up a couple antidotes, maybe. Pick up 4. Now I'll have even 500 in the bank. Let's do that for now. I run a small and humble shop in the city of Ura. If you're in need of medicine or such, pay me a visit. I think you'll be quite happy with what you find. Thanks, Barkus. Oh. Can you go up this tower? Interesting, I can. Thanks peeps for being here and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Especially for a game like this, an old game that's kind of niche. Not widely available to play. Yeah, pretty amazing. If you want to get into the city, you should take the lift at that tower up to the monorail station. You can get right into the heart of the city with the monorail. Man, I'm kind of reminded of why I don't play a lot of JRPGs. These fuckers are a real time commitment. But I am excited. I'm excited because I just picked up Yakuza Like a Dragon today. It was on a deep discount on Steam. Shout out to Katana for sharing a website on my Discord today, and through there I found out that the game at the top of my wish list went on sale. I did not receive an email. I usually receive emails about sales on wishlisted games, but I don't know what happened with Steam this time. You asked about my dog. He's classified as a small dog. He's a Shiba Inu, right? So, but he's a fat fucker. He's consistently like just shy of 15 kilograms. He's like 14.5, 14.6. It kind of fluctuates, but yeah, he's consistently like 14-ish kilograms. So I guess about 30 pounds. Yeah. Why do you ask, Skinny? So we have a large world map. Which is nice. Ypsilon Mountains, north. Oh, it's like Indiana Jones style. Whoa! That's cool. Yeah, about 30 pounds. That's correct.
よよ、俺も足ガッタガタだぜ。
しっかりしなよ。ここだけでビビってたらこの先もっときついよ。
あ
この谷を抜けたら次は勾配のきつい山だよ。イプシロン山脈がデコボコきついからね。それに天気が変わりやすいし、脆い地盤だから
I
落石
learned
にも
what
注意がいる
tanky
よ。
means earlier this week.
まあ、石よりあんたが先に転げ落ちそうだけどね。
あ、それは面白い。そういや、ガンガラの旦那が言ってたけどよ。あんたも記憶があれなんだろ。その割にはこの山に詳しいよな。本当は思い出してんじゃないのか。あんたもそう思わないか。
体が覚えてる。
なんだ。
きっと昔ここを駆け抜けたんだろう。私のことを海賊だったという者もいるし、山で見たっていうやつもいる。だけど真実はどうなのか、私自身が答えを持ってない。それだけ。
いやいや、カイム、あんたどうなんだ。昔何してたとか誰かに言われたことあんのか。
いや、
なん
No.
あ
あ、まあきっと昔からそんなそっけない態度だったんだろうよ。それじゃ誰もあんたのことなんか覚えてね
あ、結構だ。
え。あ
俺も体が覚えている。
どんな。
ただ苦いだけ。思い出したところで大したことのない過去なのだろう。それなら何も思い出さなくていい。
やっぱり君は疲れるやつだ。
カイム、焦ることない。ゆっくり思い出せばいい。苦い思い出ばかりじゃないよ。
え、マジ。おい、ちょっと休憩しねえのかよ。
今したでしょ。
We just had a break.
ちょっと
Exactly.
とかさ、ほら、ちょっと足裏マッサージやるとか。いやいや、姉さん、カイムもよ、そう思わねえか。あ、思わない。あ、そう。
Nice. I'm glad we have a character like Jansen here to bring some levity to the adventure. Well, it's nice to be finally out of the, I guess, the hub world, the city, the home base, what have you, and actually be out here on a quest. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Finally. Actual JRPG shit. Who are these goofballs? In a formation, the front row provides a defensive wall for the back row, so any damage inflicted on the enemy's back row is reduced. Well, looks like they automatically put Balmor and Kaim in the front row, so that's smart of them. I really like this battle music. Hey, welcome back, Skinny. Okay, Moose sleeps with you? She's 60 pounds, double the weight. Hot damn. My dog has his own kennel right next to the bed. We never let him on the bed. He's banned from being on the bed with us. Although when we stayed at like certain hotels, we'll let him on the bed with us. Like we went to a bed and breakfast back in September, and Chibi actually couldn't really settle down to go to sleep until he got into the bed with us, which actually worked out the opposite, because while he could fall asleep, I found it very hard to get a restful night's sleep because I found I couldn't move around freely, and the bed wasn't the largest bed either, so I woke up with like a stiff back. And I was kind of bitter about it for the rest of the trip. So I guess how they do is you queue up all the actions for your characters. And we can only attack the guy in the front. I can't cast a spell with Jansen. You can see how tight the front row's defense is with this. What does that mean? 140? Is that like their defensive rating? Guard condition. Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry. Guard condition 140. The gauge on the upper left-hand corner of the screen indicates the enemy's guard condition, GC. The gauge on the upper right indicates allies' guard condition. Guard condition is made up of the total HP of the front row. Okay. By attacking the enemies in the front row, you can reduce their guard condition. Easy enough, right? Get rid of the enemies in the front row, and the back row will start losing their defense. Hey, that's not bad at all. See how the guard condition has gone down? I do. The higher the guard condition, the less damage you can cause to the enemies in the back row. When the guard condition reaches 0, any damage inflicted will no longer be reduced. I'll be in the back, so guard me well, alright? Oh, I wasn't ready to do the time thing, Bob. Aren't Goombas already Japanese? I guess they are Italian. These guys must be the this game's equivalent of the slimes in other JRPGs, right? Well, I guess Jansen has extra initiative. He can attack twice in one turn. Oh, now they're casting a spell. Here's a little hint for you. See the action order display on the bottom? I do now. Well, you punched out the guy who was trying to cast a spell, right? That extended the amount of time he needs to pull the spell off. It's called casting interference. If you manage to cause enough interference, you can even keep the spell from popping off till the next turn. Well, enough talk, I'd say. Let's take care of this rabble. There we go, I was ready to time. Boink. I can't do the ring targeting with the with my teammates, only with Kayam. We acquired 2 SP, 0 gold. Yeah, let's view the spell tutorial. Hey, no racism against Goombas here, okay, guys? It's a bannable offense. Yeah, let's view the tutorial. Using spells. Spells can be bought in stores or learned by raising your level. Merely acquiring a spell does not mean you can use it. Spells can only be used when you equip the skills needed for the spell in question. Use the menu to view the list of spells you've learned from the spell book. This will also display the MP required, casting time, and which characters can use each magic. The alphabetic letters represent the casting speed within one turn. S is the fastest and it will go slower from A to H. The number represents how many turns are required before the spell takes effect. Interesting. Hey Skinny, this is how this is how Expedition 33 is structured too, right? Like you just walk around a 3D environment. Your party is represented by one character, right? And then you'll have random encounters, or actually no, you don't have random encounters in Expedition. You'll actually see the enemies on the map, and you can actively avoid them, right? That's kind of cool. So Kayam is going to attack 4 enemies. So we got Dagger Bird. He's in the front line. It's aerial and element is wind. We have a Diacorn, also in the front line. Type beast, element earth. Cliffhanger on the front line as well. It's a monster plant. Type none, element earth. And a Kilolon, element water. They're all in the front. I feel like the cliffhanger should be taken out. Let's focus fire on the cliffhanger. Can I steal something from an enemy? I can steal something from an enemy. Can I steal the spear from the Elolon? Ouch, that's a big hit. I'm taking a lot of damage. Take that. Dead. One shot. You wasted a turn just to fail your steal, your theft. The battle mechanics are like E33. Cool, cool. Who did the most damage? I should have paid attention to that. Maybe the Diacorn is the next threat. Okay, let's shoot a spell this time. So winds? Can I, if I match the element, is that gonna help me? Maybe. Let's blow this bird out of the sky. Everyone's picking on me. Oh no! Oh, yeah, that did big damage. Yeah, matching the element, I guess, is the way to go. Okay, Diacorn's in a bad way. I'll work on him, and then you finish up the Diacorn. Not more. You can help me with the Kilolon. Just do a basic attack there. Yes. Die. A whetstone. You get some life back after combat. Hey, nice. Got a 30 gamer score achievement. Oh damn. Yeah, I've heard E33 has quite the intricate combat system. I believe I read something about one of the designers, one of the main guys on the E33 team, being a fan of this game, and basically one of the few games that made him wept at the end. It's some kind of random article that crossed my my browser recommendations the other day, I think. So Kayam learned level 1 black magic. Kayam learned factual analysis. Seth learned level 1 white magic. Jansen learned. This skill linking thing is really weird because it's not like I own the skills, right? I only own them so far as I have it linked with the guy who can do them, which is Jansen, right? It's a little weird. Crunch. Come on, Crunch. Crunch, like, I was promised a reading stream. Reading stream win. Have I mentioned I like the battle music? Oh, it's the exact same crew from before. It's the exact same band of enemies. Gosh. Was it the same thing as we did last time? Let's blow this shit. Oh look, I learned these new spells. Prism? What does Prism do? Inflicts a moderate amount of random elemental damage on all enemies. Cool. I'll blow the bird away again. Bonk. Yes. Take that. Yeah, bitch. 69. Heal. Kayam. Bonk. Knock him on his ass. You're weak. Oh. Serious? Wow, that's a big heal. A big ass heal. Time to gangbang this punk. Have a good night, Crunch. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you had fun. I'm sorry I couldn't do some more flavor text reading. Maybe on the next stream. Tune in again, Crunch, for more exciting unlocked memories from Kayam's past. Crisis attack boost. Cool. In the business, we call that a teaser. Yes, right. That's right. In the biz. So, like, it's the 3 dots are all filled in now. What does that mean? Can I link? Oh, I can link in level 2 black magic now. Oh, sweet action. Okay, this is kind of a... It's kind of... Okay. Oh, once I've learned it through linking with Jansen, I can then equip it for myself. That's the deal. That's the dealio. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Kind of a... Still kind of a convoluted system. I've not yet leveled up my white magic. Oh, I have actually. So why don't I get her to learn some black magic now? Hell yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And it's cool that we're just like acquiring spells as we go. So which direction did I come from? Am I supposed to... I came from down here. I wish I could... Oh, yeah, I can't really even rotate the camera. I have this useless pan. Oh, man. There's too many random encounters. It really slows you down. There's like... It becomes almost like padding. Oh my god, we got 4 of these dinks. One guy in the back. Let's split up our attacks. These bozos. I'm gonna do AoE this time. Prism. Everybody. Alright, Balmor. Balmor is a hottie. Balmor's a hottie, I like him. There we go. Well, I guess I will go for the... Yeah, right. Let me try attacking the guy in the back. What happened here? Oh, I still haven't cast my thing yet. That's right. It takes time. Everyone's gonna be dead by the time we cast it. Oh man, I messed it up. Doesn't matter though. Oh, reinforcements? Actually, the prism going off might be good timing. The reinforcements came in, right? Oh, dope. That is dope. Everyone leveled up. Okay, so what happens when you level up? Traditionally, I think, in JRPGs, when you level up, it's not like a huge big deal. It's not like you need to pop open a character sheet and just start allocating points. They usually just level up the stats for you, and it's not so much a moment where you have to stop and just like start customizing things. It's just like, oh yeah, cool, I leveled up, and you just continue playing. That's what it seems like with this game. Right? Because there's nothing I really need to do. I just got stronger. That's what it seems like. Skinny, I hope your Thanksgiving Day was splendid. And I don't know. I don't know what you have planned for tomorrow. Do you have a day off tomorrow on Friday? And if you do you plan to do any Black Friday stuff? Plan to do any capitalism? But we're almost at this. Do not ambush me. Before I get to the end there. Oh, perfect. Near Mountain Hut. Excuse me. Of course. This gang again? Come on. I'm doing my same opener. Let's try that prism again. That seemed pretty badass. So yeah, see prism, it says at the bottom, casting time 2. And C is like kind of like more medium speed. Everyone's gonna take a shot at me before I can move. I guess that makes sense. Kayam is a very strong fighter, so I can't always have like initiative, or else it'd be too unfair. Oh, I messed it up. He's dead anyway. Let's go for the dagger bird. Let's continue with your casting. Leave me alone. Bonk. There we go. Hit him. Oh man, that spell is amazing. The big damage numbers coming out of that thing. And it's AoE as well. You would not expect an AoE spell to do that much damage, right? But, oof, it's like a bomb. You may do some online stuff, but basically already Amazon things, and the rest will probably be for your daughter's B-Day and her Xmas gifts. Thanksgiving is much more chill. Chill and did nothing basically, watching football and eat and nap. Hey, sweet. That's a type of relaxing, low stress holiday that I always want to sign up for. I worked today. Yeah, nothing too special, man. I just worked. We're entering a very intense period at my work. So far, though, things are working out. We've been all hands on deck trying to shove a brand new feature into our December update. It was so hands on deck that I had to give up my engineers to loan them out to the other team, so they have as much firepower as they could possibly have to complete this feature. It's rushed for sure. It's like, we should not do this again, but knowing management, they may try to pull some shit like this again. It all depends on what the revenue forecast looks like next year. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're gonna pull it off, but there's like zero margin for error between now and like the end of next week. Like zero margin. So I have to just watch everything like a hawk, basically. And I'm waiting for my wife to get back from her trip. I'm kind of getting a little stir crazy being home alone. For it's been like a week and a half, a little over a week and a half now. So, damn, sounds it can be. It can be like luckily now because I lost my my small team of engineers. Like I've actually kind of like got more time freed up in a sense because I don't have to like do all the project managery stuff that I would have to do with my managing, you know, my own team. I can more focus on my other role, which is to manage the release, right, each month. And that's something I've always shared with one of my coworkers as well. So we help each other out on doing that job. But yeah, I mean, we've had to really kind of like rub our brain cells together to figure out an alternative schedule for an alternative development schedule that works, given that the executives and like our EP is like, you know, you have to come hell or high water, this new feature has to be jammed into our December update. You know, just figure out a way to do it and just do it, right? We have a plan, but it's one of those things where it's like perfect world scenario, right? And then we've kind of accounted for if things go sideways, but there's only so much. You know, when you're dealing with schedules and like you have a holiday coming up, it's like the physics of time, right? There's only so much time you have, and you have like weekends and stuff, and then eventually, you know, you have to kind of pull the lever of like, do you force people to work overtime? Do you force people to work over the weekends? Would you force people to work during the holidays? It's like, these are not decisions I would need to make, of course, thankfully, but I mean, yeah, it kind of gets to the point where you're just like kind of pushing the team too much. And for what? Like they're really taking a gamble with this thing. If like we put out this feature and then it doesn't really move the needle for revenue, for our Q4 financials, it's gonna really feel like shit, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, I want to ask a favor. I'm just gonna ask this once, okay? Will you listen?
うるさいな。何よ。
何よ。Jansen's like completely winded.
山小屋で休もうって。
He must have
あ
rested
んた文
now.
句ばっかりよね。
いいか、俺はあんたらと違って普通の人間なの。
Ninyan.
どう
That
する？
means human being.
いいだろう。
ありがて
He's like, fist pump. Oops. Well, I think they're pretty bullish on the financial return. There's like a pretty significant gap, pretty significant shortfall for like our Q4 revenue target, and apparently this feature is supposed to really close that gap hard. In conjunction with kind of like our regular like annual events that we do like around close to Christmas time. So together they're thinking yes, that gap can be closed. But it's just one of these things where the feature that we're putting in is actually so big that it had to get split between our December update and the January update. Now, the January update is also in a bad spot, right? This means like we have a heavy December release and we have a heavy January release. And, we've got development time all the way until, like, say, the 23rd of this December. Like, the office is open until the 23rd. Like, very few people are going to be around the last couple of days. And like the winter holiday, like the studio closure during the holiday break is wonderful, but it really puts a wedge into the development schedule. Like, just being off for 2 weeks, obviously, messes a bunch of things up, and then people come back right after the new year. A bunch of people like to take extra time off. And then we had to, milestones that would have been set, late in December would have to be pushed into early January. Like, right when we come back, there's like deadlines ahead. For example, like, people would have like maybe 2 days ahead of deadline, which means theoretically they would have to like get their shit done before they take off for the holidays, which no one's gonna do, right? So that kind of like, it isn't just one super stressful release that we're doing for December. We also have another stressful relief to look forward to in January, right? So the problem sometimes with working at these companies is that people who make these strategic decisions, are not in the trenches enough to really know like the realities of what it takes to get these things out the door. They just want what they want, and it's up to us blokes. It's up to us jobbers to figure it out, right? To make it all come together. I think maybe there's some overconfidence. I think as long as we land the feature well, as long as we don't launch and there's like a truckload of bugs and issues that come with it, as long as it's like relatively stable and smooth, I think it's gonna take us most of the way there. I don't think it's gonna. I have a feeling it's not going to be 100% home run, but I think it'll get us most of the way there. Well enough that people will pat each other on the back and say, "Job well done. We made it." It's gonna prevent us from being in like the worst situation that we would have been in if we didn't make this big swing. But I have a feeling it's not going to be the 100% home run that they would want, but it'll get close enough that we will feel like we were justified to go in this direction. That's my guess. I do hope it is a smash hit, obviously, because we really buckled down on this new feature. So we hope the players like it. We hope they spend more money and all that stuff. But the thing is, though, for January, that putting like the second part of the feature into January, that seems to make less sense, because January is like the post holiday hangover typically, and so spending is traditionally repressed early in the year. And I don't know. Yeah, for January, I'm less confident for that feature, making as big of a splash, just because we're in the hangover period. Right. So that part has kind of maybe made us bristle a bit more, because it just doesn't. Yes, we got to split the feature into 2 parts, but then anyway, I'm getting to the weeds now. I don't want to bore you too much. And personally, I don't maybe shouldn't be talking about work so damn much on stream. But yeah, the things are going. We'll make it work. Long story short. Long story long. Yeah, exactly, Skinny. Thank you. Yeah, me. I hope so too. Yeah, as you hit the nail on the head, right? Like, we were trying to figure out contingency plans. Like, we do the December release, for example. This is the last thing I'll mention. We do the December release, and what if something, what if shit really hit the fan? Normally, we have a small window of time where we can release a patch, right? Like any other good game studio, we like to, patch things up. We need to release patches. Hot fixes and the like, we can do them, but they really fuck with the schedule too, right? Because people, especially QA or testers, they gotta kind of shift their focus. Normally they'd be shifting their focus to the next thing. So like the January release would start getting some love in December. But if all of a sudden we need to do a hot fix, they'd be like, sorry QA, we need you to hold off on moving on. You gotta still stay on the December release, and because we got a hot fix coming and we gotta release that in the next few days. We need you to test the shit out of this thing, make sure it's perfect, and then we ship it out. And it's like a huge scramble to get a hot fix. So yeah, it's a dance for sure. Get my seeds. Oh. Let me just explore this room. Oh no, I just left. Let's get back inside. Oh no. Yeah, I don't feel like you shouldn't have asked or anything. I'm actually glad you asked. But yeah, I didn't mean to go on for so long. I didn't mean to get into the weeds so much. But yeah, just to offer a little insight, I guess, into like my day-to-day. As well, let's go upstairs. Jans is up here. Oh, there's books. Do I dare pick up a book? Oh, the book floats. We finally reached the mountain hut. Everyone is worn out. I can barely keep my eyes open long enough to leave these few words. We're going to stay in this hut for a while. A giant monster inhabiting the Ypsilon has appeared. We've only glimpsed its shadow near the peak, but it was enough to make us think twice about going on. I've got a light fever, probably from the rain during the climb. The weather changes so fast up here. I still have my appetite, and I've taken some medicine too. I should be fine after I'm rested. The keeper of these mountains is still on the prowl near the summit. We hear the beat of its giant wings and roars periodically. We should be safe in this hut, but who knows when we'll be able to leave. Hey, where's Crunch Carter when you need him? This is what he was hankering for. I thought the Ypsilon Mountains were a terrifying place. a nest of monsters, but everything is so beautiful up here. We discovered an exquisitely rare flower today. There isn't much else to do right now. The master of the Epsilon Mountains finally seems to have moved on. At last, we can leave this place. We're going to ensure our safety tomorrow and depart. Alright, it's nice and short. Go ahead and ask your question. Yeah. The simple difference between a hotfix and a patch. Oh, well, you know, I kind of use the terms interchangeably. Skinny, they're essentially the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, they're essentially the same thing. I mean, yeah, I use them interchangeably. I think a lot of people in the industry will use them interchangeably. It would just depend on where you work. Some companies may just favor using one term over the other. That's it. In some cases, I mean, you may, like, the hotfix may have some more urgency associated with it, right? Where it's like Battlefield 6 comes out and like immediately everyone discovers that the matchmaking's completely broken. Nobody can find any games. That's a huge problem, obviously. That you would fucking make sure the matchmaking engineers or whoever's responsible is you don't get to go home until this shit gets fixed, right? So people call those things like day one patches, right? That's pretty fucking quick, right? Day 0 or day 1 patch, or you could call it a hotfix, right? Hotfixes, though, sometimes there's a connotation with the hotfix is that they're just rolled out via the server, like you don't need to update the clients, and it just gets kind of patched on the back end. So it really just depends, though, Skinny. Yeah, it just depends on where you are, where you work. Yeah. Hey, there's a bed here. Let's stay here. I thought you was gonna say, hey, there's a bed here. Do you want to roll around with me? I'll say no for now. I just want to make sure I searched everywhere. You want to take a roll in the hay with me, Liam? I turn on the night lights. There's also something hiding under the bed here. Shield? Is a spell? Or maybe when I put it in, what? Is this spell or what? Let me check my spell book. There it is. Yeah, it's white magic. What is it? Slightly increase the physical defense of one party member. Okay. Cool. Okay, no more serious questions of me. My bad. Hey, no worries, no worries. Door takes a hard left. Yeah, I know. Bow chicka bang wow. I will rest. Okay, let's see what happens here. There's talk about some kind of a monster out in the mountains. You gotta imagine everyone must be smelly. That's why they spend a whole day hiking and fighting. And there's no shower in this abandoned house or anything. So everyone's just like gone to bed in their travel clothes, and man, they must all reek.
もしどちらが一方だけでも記憶を取り戻すようなことがあればこれを使え
Oh. Oh, he's got some secondary objectives
これ
that we don't know
なんです
about.
か
You must red pill Kayam when he's sleeping. Oh no.
ああ、ちょっと眠りつけなくちゃな。少し羊でも数えたら眠れるかな。
本当にそれだけか。
本当にそれだけ
She's
じゃ
already
ない。
suspicious
分か
of
ってる
him.
んじゃないの？
いや、わかんね
Well, how would she know though? Okay, cool. I remember, Skinny, I asked you a whole whack of questions about your job. So, and you very graciously answered all my questions, so, you know, just paying back the favor. Okay, boys and girls, this is where I will end things off. I started earlier, so I thought, oh, maybe I'll just stream until 10:30, and it's already like nearly 11. But yeah, I'm enjoying Lost Odyssey. I'll probably play this for the rest of the year on stream. And then come January, I will probably switch off to playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. That'll be probably the first game of 2026 for my channel. I've been also hinting at it for a while now, but by then I'll also be launching my channel, doing a relaunch, I guess, of my channel on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, it's gonna coincide with that. So I figure I'll just wait until the new year before I do all that jazz, and I'll just enjoy the rest of 2025, doing whatever on my streams. Yeah, it's nice to play a chill game like this, something turn-based, to wrap up the year. I am still playing this guy on the side. I may stream this a couple more times before the year is up as well. And of course, yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I'm still playing on the side as well. So yeah, I still got my Ninja Gaiden. I still got the Ninja Gaidens in the diet, not to worry. But I think this will be my main game on the channel for the next month. Cool. Let me just switch back to my desktop. How many peeps we have in chat right now? We got 6. In that case, let's do a raid again. Would appreciate if you guys stick around real quick. We'll find somebody to raid. We'll say hi. We'll trade war stories, and then yeah, we'll be on our merry way. Holy crap! Some people on my follow list just have like huge numbers of viewers. It's like a popular night for streaming, apparently, on Thanksgiving. Let's see here. Fellow Vancouverite Harv Souls. I have not rated him for a while. Harv Souls is playing Elden Ring. Yeah, let's raid Harv Souls. You want to catch me playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? Cool, man. I will probably make a point to stream that sometime next week. Wait a sec. Maybe during the weekend. Scratch that. Maybe during the weekend. Yeah. And I'm super looking forward to our co-stream next Thursday, Skinny. it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be even better than our previous co-stream. That's my feeling. That's my prediction. All right, Skinny. All right, everyone else. I've queued up the raid to Heart of Souls. Thank you again. It was great chatting, as always, Skinny. And I'll see you all over in Heart of Souls stream in just a few seconds. Take care, all. Have a good night. And once again, happy Thanksgiving. Bye, all. Bye.
Through the neon dreams, wish